What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm here to give my early prediction for the main event of UFC 301. We've got Alexandre Pantoja. Apparently this guy's the flyweight champion. Never seen him fight before. He's fighting Steve Erceg. Now guys, I need to address something off the rip. I'm going to give you my prediction for this main event. It may not be what you expect. But before I talk about that, I've got to address something serious, man. And I didn't want to have to do this, but never in my 5 years of being, the greatest MMA YouTuber of all time did I think I would have to address this. Guys, I'm not Steve Erceg, okay? You can stop commenting on every Instagram post about me. Congrats, Erceg. Good KO on the weekend. Not me, dude. You can stop commenting on all my videos. What it do, Erceg crew. Show us your training camp for Pantoja. Guys, I'm not in training camp for Pantoja, okay? And I'm getting pushed to my fucking limits, dude. Okay, because I went down and I tried to enjoy this fight. I tried to watch Steve Erceg versus Matt Schnell. They spelt his name wrong. Very disrespectful. I tried to watch this free fight. It was very disrespectful that they spelt his name wrong. Okay, and I scroll down. What do I see in the comments? Let's go bedtime. That's one comment that I found. What it do, Erceg crew? Amen, listen. What a KO from Bedtime MMA. What it do, bedtime crew? Okay. Bedtime knocking out Matt like crazy. Bedtime is a real threat. So, guys, let me just address this because Steve Erceg reached out to me, told me to stop, identity thieving, and yeah, it's just getting in the way. So I just needed to address that. I am not Steve Erceg, guys. You've never seen us in the same room. I understand that, but he's not me, okay? He's not Bedtime. He's not editing videos like me. But let me jump into this. Let me talk about my prediction for this fight. And I have been saying this for a while, kind of jokingly, but the more I've thought about it, I'm going to be real. I think Steve Erceg is going to win this shit, bro. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I think Erceg is going to win this shit. Now, am I biased as an Australian? Yes. Okay? But hear me out, bro. Hear me out. We're dealing with a longer reach from a boxer. Erceg is pretty good at his boxing. He's a big boxing guy. All right? Pantoja is fighting the number 10 ranked flyweight. He's probably asked for all right, give me Royval, I don't give a fuck. Give me Makayev, I don't give a fuck. And then he gets Steve Erceg. And I'm going to be honest with you here. I think Alexandre Pantoja and most MMA fans, they don't know the first fucking thing about Steve Erceg. I could ask most people in the comments right now, how is Steve Erceg going to win this fight? Most of them would be like, oh, he might KO Pantoja, I think. He's not a KO guy. Steve Erceg's KO of Matt Schnell, I shit you not, is the only fucking KO win of his entire career. Bro, he has literally knocked out no one else. No one else. And I think a lot of people mischaracterize this guy as a striker because in the UFC, he's gone to a decision twice. He's had highlights of rocking Costa, rocking Dvorak, chinning Matt Schnell, and I gotta let the cat out of the bag. I gotta tell you the secret. Steve Erceg's a grappler, bro. He's not a striker, dude. He's not a striker whatsoever. He's literally a grappler, bro. I've been watching this guy on the regional scene for a long time. His grappling is above his striking level. And for people to think that this is a striker versus wrestler matchup, I do agree that Pantoja is a better grappler and it's gonna be his path to victory. I'll talk about that later, how Pantoja wins this fight, but Erceg's bread and fucking butter, like a continental breakfast, trust, is his jiu-jitsu, which he was using before the UFC to just smoke people, bro. Smoke people, dog. Straight up just dominate these fucking pipsqueaks at flyweight. He's a big flyweight too. That's another thing that makes me think he's going to win this. He's not Brandon Moreno, dog. He's not soy boy Brandon Royval. I'm just kidding. I like Brandon Royval, but Royval is a little bit skinny. He's a bit of a toothpick. Erceg's a pretty big flyweight. He's bigger than Volkanovski. You see them next to each other. He's got a big frame. And honestly, when I watch back Steve Erceg fight, I'm not worried about his striking. Like, he's got good clinical, crisp boxing. But seeing him out-scramble guys like Costa, he's stepping over to mount easily. He's taking the back super easy. He's scrambling with Dvorak, who was top 10 at flyweight. I know he's kind of a meme. Oh my god, he beat Dvorak, call the cops. But he did completely out-grapple that guy. And he's a fucking Russian. So I think Steve Erceg is going to be too clinical. His boxing is really nice. He has improved it on his boxing. He's sitting down on his punches a lot more. His defense does worry me a little bit. He does get cracked a little bit. He's just got one of those faces where you could definitely see him getting chinned. You know what I'm saying? I don't say that to disrespect the guy. I'm just saying we ain't all built like, you know, the GOAT Bilal Muhammad, where you just get hit and you go, bro, how did he eat that shit? Erceg does look a little chinny, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, let me know, guys. Have you ever met someone and just gone, yeah, you definitely look chinny, bro? You definitely do the stinky leg if you get, bro. You definitely get a little bit wobbly if you get hit with the left hook, bro. You definitely start Devin Haney Maxi. I'm not completely sold on Erceg having a crazy good chin. He did eat some big shots from Schnell, and we've seen Pantoja get rocked pretty badly by Matt Schnell, so take from that what you will. I'm not going to look too deeply into, oh, he beat this guy, but this other guy beat him in a better way. Just based on watching them both fight, Erceg uses a lot less energy when he fights. I mean, the output of both of these guys is pretty similar. Pantoja's putting out about 4.3 strikes a minute, and Erceg's putting out more, but it never looks like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's never swinging these big shots. He doesn't look tired. He doesn't look like he's putting a lot of effort in. And I like the defense. I like looking at the numbers of the defense. That is important to me when I'm picking a fight. But I just think all in all, Erceg is a cleaner striker. Like, we haven't seen him doing these big wild hooks like Pantoja. We haven't seen Pantoja, you know, carry the same body language, the same energy over 5 rounds. He does kind of slow down. He's effective. Like, he's not losing these late rounds, right? But he definitely does seem a little bit slower, a little bit less accurate, a little bit sluggish, especially wrestling, which is his way to win this fight. So when I think about this matchup, I'm picturing like Steve Erceg just kind of popping him with his jab, good boxing combos, making Pantoja miss, you know, throwing 3 shots at a time against Pantoja's 1 big shot at a time. And even against Moreno, you see Pantoja kind of get boxed up, he's getting fucked up, and then he just lands a big bomb on Moreno, and that kind of sways the momentum of the fight, which is something Pantoja's good at. But I do think that Erceg has a little bit more power than Moreno, and he's probably a bit more accurate and a bit more composed the way that he fights. Like, he doesn't seem... When Moreno fights, it feels like you're watching a movie, bro, but Erceg's just kind of chilling. So I feel like he's going to make Pantoja respect his power a little bit easier. He's not going to get mogged outright the way that Pantoja was able to mog Alex Perez. Or even at times he was able to just go, fuck you, come here, and just grab a hold of Moreno and get to his back. I don't think it's going to be as easy for him to do that to Erceg. And I think his clinical style will help him go 5 rounds. As for how Pantoja wins it, I work so hard for this, guys. I win this fight, man. This is how Pantoja can get on the mic and start talking about his backstory, bro. I think he's got to hurt Erceg very early on. And I wouldn't be surprised if he racks up like a 10-8 in the first round. Like, maybe he just drops Erceg, gets on top, looks for submissions, right? Erceg's kind of bleeding. And I think over the 5 rounds, because I feel like this is going to go to a decision. I'm getting the sense it's going to go to a decision. Either that or Pantoja finishes him pretty early on. I don't see a Erceg KO. I would love to be wrong about it, but I'm not going to pick that because I'm not a casual. All right, dude, I'm a high intellect fight fan. All right, guys. But yeah, I feel like Pantoja's way to victory is you got to hurt him early on. And I think he's just got to, like Lucas Tracy says, he's got to smudge him, bro. He's got to just hold him down so that they're not scrambling. Because I feel like Erceg is going to be able to scramble really well against Pantoja. He's quick. He's pretty precise with what he wants to do. Pantoja will kind of just let shit happen and go, all right, fuck you, and just muscle through positions a little bit. Erceg's going to be harder to muscle. And he's going to be pretty quick, especially with the way that he grapples. He gets to good spots, boom, he's on the back. Boom, he's in mount. So I think Pantoja has to slow down the pace of the fight. He has to get control time, get on his back, just hold him, just waste time on the clock. And if all else fails, Pantoja does have a wicked chin. Like, if I have to pick who's going down first and if they start swinging, I think Pantoja's chin is better. And I think Erceg's a little bit more accurate and maybe a bit quicker with his punches, but it's close, right? And I could see Pantoja dropping him. It wasn't even a girl texting me. Fuck, dude, my phone buzzed. I was about to have another girl texted me. Didn't happen, boys. Fuck it, dude. I had to break my beak, dude. But listen, man. All in all, my final prediction is this: Steve Erceg is going to be too clinical. He's going to be a clean striker using his boxing. He will probably get tagged up a little bit, especially early on. But as the fight goes on, you're going to see Steve Erceg defending takedowns a lot easier. You're going to see him scrambling with Pantoja, surprising people, especially the commentary. I'm not going to lie, I can really predict the commentary being like, oh my god, who knew he could grapple like this? If you watch Steve Erceg's fight, you know he can grapple. And when I see people commenting, oh my god, wait till this guy fights a wrestler. Oh my god, Pantoja by round 1 sub. This guy's got no ground game. Okay, let's see. My final prediction, Steve Erceg by decision. I'm going to say 2 scorecards will be 49-46. I think he'll lose the first round pretty badly. And then I think as the fight picks up, he's going to be super clinical. I'm going to say Steve Erceg 49-46 decision. One judge will have it 48-47 or like a split decision for Pantoja. But I think it's a close fight. I think it's a really good matchup, and I'm kind of excited for it because there is that unknown. Because we haven't seen a lot of Erceg in the UFC, and even myself, the fights I've seen of him before the UFC, they were pretty short. Like, he's just beating up on fucking guys from Japan and shit, right? Like, he's just doing what he's supposed to do. He's just crushing cans, getting to the UFC, fighting good guys, but like just destroying them pretty much, right? And in the UFC, he's gone long, which is good to see, but it's still that kind of unknown of like, either Pantoja smokes this guy and we go, oh fuck, never mind, or he's on that level and we just didn't know it yet. So I'm very excited about this matchup. I got Steve Erceg by decision. Best predictor on YouTube has spoken. Let me know your prediction in the comments down below, guys. I'm going to be doing a video on the biggest UFC fumbles in recent history, so subscribe if you want to see that. And yeah, drop a like on the video, man. Go follow me on Instagram at Bedtime MMA. I'll see you in the next video, boys. Goodbye.